Monthly update, folks, for the month of June. The Rugby World Cup, folks, is not that far away. We are seeing rugby jerseys being released, announced, shown off. Some of them are kind of ugly. Some of them are right. We'll go through some of the ones that have come out thus far. Also, got a new rugby jersey to open. Thank you to Marc for sending that one through. I'll open that in just a tick. The Under-20s Championship is going at the moment. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the results. Fortunately, pretty much all the games are getting uploaded to YouTube, which is yay for free-to-air stuff. And then the Pacific 4 has also been going on, and some stats and thanks to go over as well. We will start, most importantly, with this rugby jersey, which, as I said, Marc sent through. It's been sitting on my little desk next to my computer for a number of weeks now, probably at least 2 weeks. I was waiting for the monthly update video to open it. Now, if you followed the URC season at all, you'll know that I had a Munster fan comment that the next time Munster won a trophy would send through a Munster jersey. Now, sadly, I never heard from that Munster fan, but hearing upon this story, Marc, who's not a Munster fan, you'll never guess which team he supports, decided that he would kind of step in and send through a new Munster jersey, because admittedly the one that I've got is the one that like Doug Howlett and Ronan O'Gara and whatnot used to wear, so it is kind of dated. But there you go, folks. Brand spanking new Munster jersey. Geez, that feels nice. I am not generally that much of a fan of the Adidas jerseys, I will say, but geez, that is eye-catching. Marc's a Leinster fan, believe it or not, but he has sent Connacht and Leinster and Ulster as well through before. So, man, Munster. That's a first from a Leinster fan. But cheers, Marc, man. I'm sure even despite your Leinster roots, you were proud to see these boys get up and win themselves the first trophy in a long time. So cheers, man. I will try that on very, very shortly. Awesome. Munster jersey. Happy days. Apart from the Munster jersey, which we're thanking Marc for, some other thanks. Mainly you guys for just being along during the month, for watching, for commenting, for liking, subscribing, all the stuff that I always forget to ask you guys to do. But if you would, it always helps the channel out if you can remember to do that kind of thing. If you haven't subscribed, 60% of people haven't. Now's the time to maybe fix that. And also to the patrons. All these people whose names are scrolling past are the ones who keep the channel afloat with financial contributions, basically. So we had a few new people, Philip, Joe, and Alex, all signed up in the month of June. So cheers to you guys for joining along. And then Angus, Jack, and Michael for your continued support. Cheers to you fellas as well, and to all these people. If you'd like to get your name scrolled on here once a month, or if you would like to see the odd bit of extra content, we do a bit of Super Brew content. We do, talked about the Under-20s Championship first round the other day. Talked about like which team would you support if your team went under, with like the few of the English teams going under recently. So yeah, there's just a bit of extra stuff there for the old patrons. So cheers, folks, for that too. Stats, man, it's all about the Rugby Championship and the Rugby World Cup, isn't it? Like the biggest videos are all Box Squad, AB's squad, Rugby World Cup odds, that kind of thing. Tony and I did talk about some of the Rugby Championship squad in a few videos. The South African one was out first, the All Blacks one was out second. So if you haven't checked out the 2 Cents Gets Distracted podcast, I'll probably put a card to one of the episodes. Half the episodes are on this channel, which you may have seen. The other half are on Tony's channel, Distracted Sports. He recently put out a video about why Ireland are going to win the World Cup and why they're probably not going to win the World Cup just the other day. It's certainly worth a watch. But what else are you guys watching apart from Distracted Sports? Super Rugby Pacific, Squid Rugby, World Rugby, viewers from South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, UK, and Ireland. It's this kind of stock standard top 5, 91% male, between 25 and 34, but all age groups represented. And as I said, 60% not subbed. You can fix that. If you don't want to sub to this channel and you're like, I just want to subscribe to maybe a travel channel where a tall Kiwi guy walks around China visiting less than well-known places, speaking Chinese to people, have I got a channel for you? 2 Cents Up Tour. I've mentioned it before, but check those videos out. It's kind of a new channel. It's only a wee bub with like 800 odd subscribers at the moment, but there's 4 videos on there of, as I said, me walking around with a camera, visiting some places, talking to some locals, and hopefully it is worth a watch for something which is non-rugby for a while. Rugby jerseys, which ones are out for 2023? The Aussie one is out, and it looks pretty slick. It is not particularly earth-shattering in the design. First kind of gut feeling is it looks alright. It looks like what a Wallabies jersey should look like. There's nothing real dramatic about it. I think the alternate jersey's got a bit of First Nation stuff on it. The New Zealand one has been compared to a jersey which has been doodled on by a toddler, because it's got some, like, I guess silver ferns, which kind of look doodled on. Now, it's kind of reminiscent of the 2019 jersey, which also had kind of ferns, like this. You can see the ferns. You see what I mean? There's like a ferny pattern. But how obvious it is depends on kind of how you hold the jersey. Like, oh, this looks like a black jersey. Ferns everywhere. Black jersey. Ferns everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's going to be the same thing with the doodle. The doodle will be more striking depending on how the light hits it. And in those photographers' shots, I'm assuming there's been a flash used, so the doodle looks really prominent. Assuming the doodle's a bit more subtle, it doesn't look that bad, but the doodle doesn't look as good as the ferns. What can I say? If you're looking at winners and losers, the Aussie one's a winner for its simplicity. The New Zealand one's probably a bit of a loser. The Irish one, although not official yet, there's a shot of some dude looking on a catwalk wearing the Irish jersey. It looks pretty bland. It's a pretty dull green. So if that's the legit Irish jersey, then I'm going to put that one down as losers. The French one looks like a bit of a winner. It looks kind of simply slick. The Portuguese one, which I don't have, I've never owned a Portugal jersey in my life. It took me long enough just to get their kind of magnet sorted. But Portugal, they've got kind of a checks pattern going on, which is something a bit interesting. It might be one of the more striking ones at the World Cup, like this one was, the Uruguay one at the last one. And then Japan's one's pretty similar to the last World Cup, but I don't know. At a glance, I feel like I liked the look of the 2019 one a bit better. This one looks to be more white and less kind of hoops, but I don't know. We'll see what it looks like once it's actually being run out on the field, because that is always something a bit different. But yeah, you guys let us know what your thoughts are on the jerseys so far. Which ones you're thinking about picking up or not. The Under-20s Championship is also going on in South Africa at the moment. And one great thing about the Under-20s is there's some proper parity. I mean, Japan's lost both their games, but like New Zealand and South Africa, who won both of their first games, they were kind of pushed by their opponents in the first round. Both lost in the second round. England and Ireland drew in the first round, and then Georgia and Italy, who lost in the first round, have picked up wins in the second round. Argentina's won one, lost one. It's great. It's great, and it's free. It's on YouTube. There's highlights packages. They're not that quick to get them up because it's obviously not going to draw the same amount of attention as a World Cup is. But yeah, World Rugby seems to be doing a wee decent job with that one. So I look forward to seeing how the rest of that competition plays out. France, with 2 from 2, are certainly looking a dangerous side. What can you say? And the Pacific Fours, the Wallaroos and the Black Ferns played, I think, yesterday. I had no idea that game was on, which either speaks to my just lack of being in touch with the rugby scene or potentially a lack of marketing, because I hadn't read anything about the lineups or whatnot. Maybe I just hadn't checked the right places. But the Black Ferns thumped them 50 points to 0. Still a bit of a mismatch between Australia and New Zealand at women's 15s at the moment. Tight head prop for New Zealand scored a great try, and a couple of their backs got doubles, one of them on debut. So there you go. Black Ferns are looking good in the Pacific Fours. I think the rest of that competition goes on in July, I think. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. If you want to join in the Super Brew pool for the Rugby Championship, that's now open. I'll put a link down there in the description as well. Just the old predictions game to see how you reckon can kind of pick him. Remember, it's an abridged version this year, so it's going to be, you basically have to get most of the results right to be top of the log in that one. But there you go, folks. Cheers again to Marc for the jersey. Cheers to the patrons for supporting along, and to you guys for watching and subscribing. Check out 2 Cents on Tour, which is the travel channel. Check out 2 Cents Gets Distracted, which is the podcast with Tony from Distracted Sports. Let us know your thoughts on the jerseys, the Under-20s, the Black Ferns, Wallaroos, and yes, I will talk to you guys again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.